Hello, my name is Connor Fletcher, and welcome to my nutrition, exercise, and healthy lifestyle portfolio. Here's a little bit about myself. I'm 17. I'm currently a junior at Gila Ridge High School in Arizona, and I have been a member of Arizona HOSA for 2 years, and I'm very proud of that. But I'm also an athlete who plays cross country, wrestling, and does track and field. I even work as an assistant coach on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays for youth soccer. Now, why did I choose my event? Well, when I was looking for events this year and came across healthy lifestyle, I was interested in what it was, as the name sounded interesting. And when I read more about it, I was very interested in signing up because I love to stay fit and healthy, as you can tell by all the sports I do outside of school. So and I thought it would be a good chance for me to learn more about the medical field and what's important in running and managing a healthy lifestyle and just working towards a goal. I thought it would be a valuable opportunity. And now my 3 SMART goals. For this event, I chose 3 SMART goals because I'm a pretty ambitious and sometimes friendly competitive friendly person. So I wanted to do something that would set me apart a bit. So I chose 3 SMART goals because I'm an experienced athlete. I have been doing exercise from cardio to weightlifting since the 6th grade of school. Now, here's goal number 1 of my journey. In the past, I've had struggles sticking with a diet, so this year I hope to make a diet that I can sustain for a long time by adding more variation within my diet and making sure all the choices in it are healthy. For goal number 2, I am a wrestler, as I said earlier, and when I started this challenge, I was 156.4 pounds and 5'10". Next year in wrestling, I hope to get down either 10 or 20 pounds to be in a lower weight class. Because of this, I wanted to start early and get down a bit. My goal is to get down 11 to 12 pounds because, as I said, for a lower weight class, and it helps me run faster in both cross country and track since I'm lighter and have to train to get down to that point. I chose 10 or 11 or 12 because I don't want to go down too far and too fast of a time period and relapse or anything like that and wait. For my final goal, it's probably the most ambitious. After college, I want to serve my great country in the U.S. military. And one of the military jobs I think is probably the most interesting out of all the jobs in the military is that of the Navy SEAL. because of that, I want to at least give it a shot when I join the military and see how I do, because you never know until you try. And because of that, I want to prepare for it. So I decided for my third and final goal, I would attempt to get a competitive score on the Navy SEAL PST, which is how you qualify for training. Now, my workout routine. Exercise is a very important and part of a healthy lifestyle. Everyone should get some in some way, and throughout the day I have multiple different exercises like wrestling. For school, I have soccer on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, as I mentioned earlier, coaching them. I do 30 minutes of yoga before I go to bed. I go to the gym after wrestling to do bodybuilding. And then on Saturdays, I go anywhere from 6.5 to 8 mile runs. Throughout the day, by the end of the day, I hope to get 25,000 steps in. Sunday would be my rest day, and I will only go for a light jog and a bit of yoga before I go to bed. Now, my nutrition. Nutrition is a vital part of maintaining a healthy lifestyle, as what allows our bodies to do basically everything. We need energy, and food is how we get that energy. Because of that, I have made a meal plan that is based off of my plate and the food pyramid, along with some other sources. The average male should get anywhere from 2,000 to 2,500 calories. I would be working at a 650 calorie deficit in order to lose weight for my second goal. Breakfast will consist of this. I get my grains and my protein, my dairy, my fruits and vegetables. Same with lunch, I get all of that, as you can see here. For dinner, I get everything I mentioned earlier. And probably one of the biggest challenges with snacks, because I'm a snacker, and through this, I was able to get rid of unhealthy snacks and substitute them for healthier alternatives like yogurt, raisins, baby carrots, strawberries, and stuff like that, which really helped me on this challenge, and I want to continue that in the future. And of course, I have a cheat day on Sunday at the end of the week. If I manage to get down 2 calories that week, I am allowed 1 cosmic brownie, because it has been shown in studies that a cheat day can allow for improved motivation, reduce stress, more energy for your routine, and it's even shown to help reduce weight by tricking your body. For hydration, it is very important. Got my water right here. The average male should get about 3.7 liters of water a day, and more if they're an athlete or participating in exercise. Last year, before COVID hit, I was able to drink a gallon of it a day, which was pretty good, and I noticed lots of the benefits like better skin health. I felt better when exercising. I felt more hydrated. Food was easier to eat, and I just like water. Water's good. But ever since COVID hit, I just lost motivation kind of to keep that up. And for hydration during this challenge, I hope to keep to go back to a gallon. So for this challenge, I would be drinking a little over a gallon of water, 135.2 ounces of water, or 8 16.9 ounce bottles every day for this challenge. My amount of water will not include water from food, which can make anywhere from 20 to 30% of our daily water intake. I will mix my water with apple cider because it has shown to reduce blood pressure, improve skin health, lower cholesterol, and help the skin, and even aid in weight loss. I will also add lemon because of vitamin C, potassium, and other nutrients. It's shown to reduce the risk of cancer, and it aids in weight loss as well. Now, my results. Let's finally. For my results, after 2 months of long, hard work, I'm happy to say that they're finally in. For my first goal, I did manage to achieve it. I managed to eat healthier and stick to the routine. Unlike past diets where I wasn't able to stick to them for long, this actually worked pretty well. I think it's because I added more variation to my diet, and I wasn't just eating the same old stuff every day, even though it was good. I only missed 4 days during the beginning and once in the middle, and I'd say that's a success since that's not really a majority. Now, for my second goal, unfortunately, I wouldn't say I completed it, but it wasn't a failure either. I did manage to get down 8.2 pounds. Right now, I am 148.2, maybe 147 something now, but that is 8.2 pounds, and while it isn't 11 or 12 like I put in the original goal, it's still really good in my opinion, and I want to keep this thing up just to get down to my goal, and I really liked it. I feel healthier overall, I have a better, and just, yeah. And for my third goal, this was by far the hardest one. I would say that it was hard to prepare for, but for my scores on the 1.5 mile run, I got a 9:56, and I'd say that's pretty good since I was aiming for a 9, and that's pretty good. I think if I just keep this up, I can get a sub 9 in the future, and that'll be pretty good for a sport. Now, for the 500 yard swim, I was unfortunately only able to do it once due to lack of a pool for like the next month, but anyways. On this score, it was probably my weakest since I wasn't able to do any swimming really because of my circumstances, and I haven't swimmed really since like a long time ago. Like last summer, I think. But I got a 21:48. So, yeah. But I hope to improve it. Now, for my curl-ups, I got 136 reps, and my goal was 120 or more. And that's pretty good. I see that was like my best one because I have a pretty strong core. And yeah. For my pull-ups, I wasn't able to meet it. It was probably the second most physically demanding on the list because I don't have much arm strength for pull-ups, and I was able to get 21, but the goal was 30 to 35. So I think in the future, if I just work at this more, I can maybe get it up to a 30, but for now, it's a 21. For my push-ups, it was the weakest. Now, and the pull-ups had an improvement from my first time, which was a 7, and I'm proud of that improvement still. Now, back to the push-ups. My push-up score was probably my second weakest, and probably the most physically demanding on my, strengths. Probably the most strength demanding. My goal was for 120 or more, and I got to 80. That's still an improvement from when I started, which I had a score of 30 on my push-ups. So I went up 50 push-ups, and that's pretty good if you ask me, but still a bit off of my goal, and yeah. As I said, this was the hardest part of the challenge, but I'm glad I got to do it because it allowed me to see the difficult parts and what I need to really practice on like getting better at the swim and working on my arm strength. And probably lowering my running score by a minute. Other observations I noticed were less stress and anxiety because it was pretty calming doing the exercise. I had a better night's sleep from doing all that exercise. I had better flexibility and I had a better self-image. I felt more confident about myself and my muscles felt good the next day and I felt more endurance when running from that training. I was more used to running. I was able to lift more at the gym from going all the time, and yeah. And improve running time. Challenges I faced were keeping up with school and my healthy lifestyle plan. I thought it would kind of hard starting the routine. I thought it was kind of hard keeping motivation in the middle. Candy, chips, and other types of junk food were appealing, like craving those, you know. What food could be afforded, and forgetting about doing things like yoga after a really long day and just going to sleep sometimes. And that only happened 2-3 times. So not a big challenge, but I think I could have done better at that part. Unexpected things and time management, like things coming up, like homework and other activities. And then the pool not being available for me, as I said, because I didn't work on it or whatever, like something broke. Now, on to how I managed to overcome the I'm sorry about that. Technical difficulties. Anyways, how I overcame these challenges. I reminded myself to keep working towards the goal and just envisioned it. And just reminded myself to just keep working for it because I want it and you gotta work for it. For homework, I adjusted my schedule accordingly to make sure my schoolwork is done before doing my workouts and making sure that school is a top priority because I'm a student athlete and I was able to keep up with school and my healthy lifestyle plan pretty well. Um, I had people to encourage me and who supported me on this journey of mine, and I'm very grateful for that. I also use planners and Google Calendar and Taco from Trello to keep alarms and reminders to um, just do these exercises at this time to just not forget. And then I had a food list, a food plan that I would have just to remind me whenever like I wanted like an unhealthy snack that hey this isn't like part of the thing and like if you eat this you're only cheating yourself like because that's all you are doing. You're cheating yourself from your goal and putting yourself further away because you're responsible for your actions. Notes. I didn't think that much about yoga. I didn't like try it before this point. I wanted to because being the learning to be more flexible and just like a passive like exercise like sounded like a good idea and I wanted to at least try it but I didn't expect that much of a difference and it was actually pretty fun and I noticed like a difference in like my flexibility like as things went on like it was painful at first some of the poses and like it eventually got better. The pull-ups were pretty hard. Like push-ups I could do for a while. As I said, it was hard, the hardest, like on my arms. But like I could still pump out more while pull-ups weren't as hard, but they were hard. I think push-ups were harder because I was going for longer, basically. Um, it was hard taking on all this stuff on, like going to the gym, running, wrestling, getting like 25,000 steps in and like coaching soccer while managing school and other hobbies that I won't even get into in this. But yeah, it was hard taking that all on. And I even got like 2 compliments from people. So that was actually pretty nice, the compliments. So I put it in the notes. Tips I would recommend to anyone who wants to set a goal for themselves and just work to it is set realistic expectations and know your limits, know where you want to go. Don't stress yourself too much about things and don't take on too much all at once like I did a bit. And remember what you're working towards and have a schedule in place. Know what you want to do and when. And I would say stay hydrated and keep up with nutrition because if you don't stay hydrated, you're gonna overheat and things like that. And nutrition basically like powers your body like a battery, and you can't exercise without it. And don't stress the little things like there's always the next day. You can work towards it, and yeah. Do your research, know what foods you need, know what exercises are safe and would be good for you, and try to find the community, like gym buddies, or like running buddies, or like your teams for sports, like basketball, cross country, anything. Just like if you have friends, it makes it like 100% easier because it makes it so you aren't alone. And have some music. Music is nice to listen to while you're exercising. Use that a lot. I'd probably go insane without it if I were just running without it. Now, our conclusion on this journey. This was a really exciting event, and I'm glad I signed up for it. It taught me a lot about living a sustainable and, more importantly, a healthy lifestyle, and how to work towards a goal in life, no matter if it's school related or physical health related. And yeah, I'm proud of myself for achieving the goals and at least working towards the other ones, even if I didn't 100% achieve them. I think it was a good opportunity for me to grow both mentally and physically. I feel stronger and smarter in those ways. And I hope that I can set goals for myself in the future that are realistic and that I can just work towards sustainably and just get better and maybe even sign up for this event in the future. I feel like it taught me a lot about the medical field, and I think this will really help me on my journey to becoming a qualified future medical professional. I'd like to thank Arizona HOSA for giving me this amazing opportunity to just learn and grow. And I'd also like to thank my family and friends for helping me on this journey and just encouraging me and supporting me all the way through it. As I said, my name is Connor Fletcher, and this is my nutrition, exercise, and healthy lifestyle portfolio. See you at date. Bye.